Your divine feminine and masculine. This is Philip Montrose in the beautiful Napa Valley wine country here with grapes in bloom. It's beautiful, and we here at Awakenings Institute, my partner and I, Jane Montrose, we help people step up, tap into the heart and soul with holistic coaching and healing. And in this short video, I want to explore two important energies that are within all of us that it's important to recognize and understand what to do with them. And I'm speaking about the masculine and feminine energies. And regardless of your sex, your gender, you have both masculine and feminine, although some people are more masculinely oriented, some more femininely oriented, regardless of their sex, their gender. The idea is to become aware of them, know what to do with them, put them into balance. And let's start with a big picture view going to the spiritual realms, because that's where you can find the divine archetype, the divine masculine and feminine energies. And they've been depicted in religions such as Taoism, the yin-yang, famous balance symbol, Hinduism, Shiva and Shakti, goddesses and gods there, Carl Jung, the psychologist, the anima and animus he discussed, and these come into play and depiction through goddesses and gods and ascended masters, as I'll share in a few moments here. The idea of the divine masculine and feminine, it's these cosmic essential energies and archetypes within us all. However, as humans, our experience, they tend to get distorted because we're not connected with the soul and the spiritual realms all the time, or maybe not much at all. And therefore, we're influenced and controlled often by gender roles, societal expectations, and our free will. And that brings a distortion and imbalance. So let's discuss a little bit about what are feminine and masculine energies. Feminine energies tend to be more internalized, nurturing, creative, emotional, receptive, intuitive. The masculine energies tend to be more outward, external, protection, strategy, action, logic and reason, structure. And everyone has both the masculine and feminine, although some people tend toward more the masculine or feminine, and situations may also influence us. For instance, if we're playing a sports, we may want to be more action, more masculine oriented, not exclusively. That is, we may need structure and strategy, whereas if we're in a social situation, we want to be maybe more feminine, more intuitive, receptive, relational, to be more social, pro-social as it's sometimes said. To get a better understanding of this, we can connect with beings on a higher realm who express the more divine feminine and masculine components. I'm referring here to ascended masters, enlightened masters, beings who lived on the earthly plane, mastered it, are now existing on higher realms, but we can access them right now by connecting with them. And they're well-known figures such as Buddha, Jesus, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, and the list goes on, of many masters over the centuries. And I'm going to specifically draw on today a counterpart, a pair of masters, Lady Portia and Saint Germain. I happen to have from Kyle Gregg's Keepers of the Light card an image, nice images here of them. Lady Portia and Saint Germain, who are twin flames, counterparts, divine feminine and masculine. So what I did is channeled these beings to get a message specifically on what is the divine feminine and masculine and the roles they play. Lady Portia, sometimes called the goddess of justice, spoke on the divine feminine. Yes, I am indeed part of you and everyone in their desire for fairness, justice, and mercy. The divine feminine sees compassion and forgiveness as part of the healing process and making things right. There is a continual striving for balance to keep people and the universe in check, in divine order. I help people nurture themselves and others by seeing when people are in unjust circumstances. I feel their stress, but also suggests ways to balance it out through just and helpful actions. In order to have love, you must also have will and justice. Power must be balanced. When it goes to extremes, it needs to be corrected and put in line. This good measure helps correct the weight exerted on others which disadvantages them. This help may come from just saying kind words to those who are hurt and suffering. It may extend to legal matters where one needs a compassionate heart to see a just solution in action to correct the injustice. In any event, you lead with your heart and then enlist your mind to balance each side. This brings a harmony both from within and without. Here's what I received channeled from the Ascended Master Saint Germain. The Divine Masculine has certainty, confidence, and assurance through thoughts, intent, and direction. In its more divine form, the masculine naturally works together with the divine feminine. Using the masculine wisely creates flow, ease, and effectiveness. It's a builder. It can take the pieces and put them together like a puzzle. It knows how things fit together through innovation and trial and error, which can work things out even better than intended. The masculine also gets a sense of what is right action and what is not, but it does need help with this process from the feminine and higher energies to work in concert. If it tries to go it alone, it becomes headstrong and wayward. It needs the balance of the other energies to take its vital strength and power and use it for good. The key here in using your masculine and feminine energies is balance. How do we get balance? Well, signs that we're off balance, out of balance, masculine-wise, is we're too powerful, we're too strong, we're too logical, we're too linear, controlling. And if the masculine energy is missing in action, we're often just not showing up at all. There's sort of a void there of action. And also, conversely, with feminine, if the feminine is out of balance, it's too dependent, too emotional, too passive. So if it's not there altogether, we may be devoid of feelings and intuition. So the idea is we want to connect with our soul, the higher realms, and there's also the higher beings, but if you connect directly with your soul, as we recommend, you're going to get a sense of the bigger picture, the higher vantage point, which will balance the masculine and feminine energies. And this is what philosopher sage George Gurdjieff a century ago called a third force, a higher force that balances the two, and it can create possibility thinking, different options. It goes beyond the either or thinking. It either is this or that. It's either positive or negative, strong or weak, masculine or feminine. No, it uses both in a nuanced way in the moment, in the situation. So you may be acting, or you may be waiting, or something else, a third idea. You have possibility thinkings. You go outside the box. You not only think outside the box, you live and be outside the box in a practical way that's very constructive and creative. And creative solutions come. So, in conclusion here about your divine feminine and masculine energies, it's good to recognize them, to enlist them, to be aware of them, know that we want to avoid just living purely on autopilot, unconscious, although some of life does function unconsciously, like beating of your heart, your digestive system and such. But these energies of when to act, when to wait, when to be creative, when to be nurturing, when to be structured, so forth, all these things in the moment situationally come up, and when you are guided by your soul with this higher awareness, you start to dance. You're dancing with life. You're just moving in the flow. Sometimes you're just kind of waiting. Sometimes you're moving very quickly or quietly or up and down, in and out. You're just feeling in the moment what is right, what feels right, rather than being rigid, stuck in a habit, in a pattern, which sometimes is useful. Healthy patterns are good, healthy routines, but unhealthy ones are draining and we get in the same rut. Instead, we can dance, we can use the positive and negative, the masculine and feminine, use these energies creatively, working together. And then we help ourselves. We're more connected with ourselves and others in this dance of life. Deeper meaning, deeper purpose, deeper connection, a more wonderful life as you balance and live with your divine feminine and masculine